You might have a list of things you like to do daily or weekly to take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. You might exercise, you might meditate, you might journal. Well, my next guest says there's one more powerful tool you might not be utilizing, something that has the power to transform your overall well-being, and that is the great outdoors. Therapist Zak Hazlett joins me to share how we can use nature as a healing agent. It's great to meet you. Great to have you.
I'm great to have you here.
You're going to get us outside today.
We're going to try. That's
the goal. You say you were raised by the river. Your parents met as river guides, so you grew up outside.
Born and raised.
How has that shaped you, Zak?
In a million different ways. Probably the biggest thing has been disconnected from the rest of what's going on and just being with people. Being outside with people that I love and care about. And so growing up in that environment and also meeting people from all over the world that come to Moab to raft the river, right? And so that was just this crazy experience, seeing all walks of life and experiencing things with everyone.
Well, and it's so interesting. I love hearing your personal experience because we hear the research, right? We can run through the list of benefits that, quote, data has proved. Someone once told me, though, if you observe humans in their natural wild habitat outside, the phones naturally go away, right? The screens naturally disappear, and you feel more primed to seek out that human-to-human connection.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the funnest parts about it is you get out there where there's no cell service, and you can't be on your phone. And then after day one of some phantom vibrations, wanting to check emails and messages, you start to see everyone just not even worry about it, and they're just engaged with each other.
As a therapist, what do you see as the key benefits?
Some of the key benefits to that, I think, most people say, like, what you hear the phrase shared experiences is what creates connection, right? But what is it about a shared experience that drives connection is the emotions that you experience. And when you're on your phone or you're distracted by other things or life or work or whatever's happening back home, you can't let yourself really fully experience those emotions. And so by disconnecting and detaching and doing things that are engaging, like being outside, going for walks, rafting the river, right? Like all of those things help you to experience things in the present moment, which is something that we don't get very often these days.
Just the message, get outside, wasn't enough for some people. So now we've coined terms like grounding, earthing. That's become really trendy and popular the last little while. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of it comes from the science behind it of like the earth is negatively charged, and if you're on the earth and you're grounded, it helps balance things out. And so like there's definitely a part of that, but I think more than anything, it's just getting back to our natural element, right? Where, I mean, New York City, we build a massive park in this giant city so that we can be outside. That is our natural place to be, and that's what people really need. Mental health, I always say, like, one of the biggest antidotes to anxiety and stress and depression is connection and being outside.
So with this grounding or earthing movement, right, the idea is bare feet connected to the dirt, the soil, the earth. People are now purchasing all sorts of products like mats, and what's your take on those?
I mean, if I feel like mind over matter, like if you feel like it's helping you, then probably it can help you. But ultimately, I feel like the greatest product is being outside, is nature.
You say when it comes to spending time outdoors, and you touched on this, but elaborate if you will, there's a togetherness factor that we should absolutely capitalize. Like, sure, there's moments of solace when you're on a hike in a mountain, and there's purpose and benefit to that, but you say connecting together outside has a different kind of power.
Yeah, I think, I mean, we're not meant to be alone as human beings, and I think there's this kind of this badge of honor that people wear of like, I can do this on my own, right? It's like I can get through a struggle by myself. When in reality, what we need is not to retreat from things and to run away, but to lean into those relationships. And I know it's hard too sometimes when you don't feel like you have someone, but getting outside, I just did a trip last week with a bunch of people who had just gone through a divorce or a hard relationship. 20 strangers from all over the country, all came alone. By the end, they're hugging and saying goodbye 4 days later with new best friends.
They're connected.
Right? They thought they were alone. They do this thing outside that's fun and connecting, and they heal together. You
say the healing power of Mother Nature actually comes quite simply too, that we don't need to make it complicated. We can just get outside.
Yep. It doesn't have to be a grandiose adventure, you know, a big camp out with your family. It could be, you know, you leave the phones at home and you go for a walk to the park and you play catch and then you walk back.
What would you say, Zak, to the parents out there who like subscribe to everything you're saying but have a hard time maybe peeling their kids away from the screens? It's a fight, it's a battle to get the kids outside.
Right. I mean, the biggest thing, and I learned this from my mom. My mom was really good at this, at meeting me where I was, right? Doing what I wanted to do, and then slowly, shifting it towards something healing. And so for those that are struggling maybe with connecting with their kids, meeting them where they are, right? If they want to play some games or video games or something first, like do that first, build some trust, and then, make a trade. Let's play for 20 minutes and then let's go walk around the house.
Yeah,
right?
There's a respect line there.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been seen.
Be there first.
Yeah, and then they'll respond.
Exactly.
And react to you. You say consistency matters. Is there a number you can put on it? Like as you work with clients, is there like a set number of hours that you think does the trick or gets the job done?
I mean, the research shows that 20 minutes a day of being outside is enough to help start rewiring your brain. And the average screen time for a teenager is almost 9 hours right now. And that includes all sorts of things. But even for adults, it's 4 to 5 hours. So if you can take just a little bit of that time and shift it to being outside in some way, shape, or form, it's going to make a difference. The research shows, anecdotes show, it's a real thing.
But you say it's not about pressure. Don't pressure yourself.
Don't pressure yourself. If you don't get outside or you plan a big trip and then it doesn't happen, it falls through, you're doing great. You're a great parent. You're doing great in life.
Yeah.
And then just look forward to the next thing.
Well, I know you help people feel great through this healing power of nature. So thank you for sharing your thoughts and your experiences with us. Where can people get more from you?
I mean, the biggest thing is Instagram.
Yeah.
The Outdoor Therapist is my Instagram page, and then Get Outside Together is a way to connect and get out on adventures with me and other people down in Moab. So.
Well, you were motivating, sir. I can guarantee today, at least, a lot of people will head outside, and hopefully that's contagious and keeps up the consistency that you talked about. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.